Hi everybody, John Hannon with the Pulsing Cinema. The movie today is Jason 10 or Jason X or whatever the hell you wanna call it. Late 90s New Line Cinema. Sean Cunningham, Jason film. Kane Hodder comes back as Jason because now somehow, these films are just totally out of continuity now. We just have Jason, he's a killer, we know what he is, we know what happens, and now he shows up and there he is. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. That's what's going on. It doesn't matter how the movie ends. In the first 8 films, there was some there was some kind of pretense of continuity between those films somehow, even though there was horrible lapses. In the New Line Jason films, fuck all. It's just Jason. He comes back. He kills people. That's God knows how much money these films would have made if they were really good films. That's someone, if they had given these films to someone with a fucking vision who could have made these films, they weren't this churned out New Line Cinema fucking filmmaking by committee fucking bullshit. They fucked up Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They fucked up Friday the 13th. Somehow, Nightmare on Elm Street, it seemed like there were some strong people within the company that kind of shepherded that thing through all of those Friday films, and they didn't fuck up the Friday the 13th films that bad, but every other property they just fucked up. They just fucking shit all over it. They fucked it up. They fucked up this movie. And what is this fucking movie? Jason, whatever, he gets frozen or some shit happens and he's on a goddamn spaceship in the future and they're on a holodeck and he's killing people and then he goes in and he's like comet and he's going down to Earth and then they see him and it's like, what the fuck is going on? There's some good special effects in this film. By the late 90s, we were getting some visual effects and we could do some really cool stuff. And this was actually one of the early films that had a digital grade, which means you basically digitize all the film footage and then do the color correction, everything all digitally. And then you output it to film and tape. This was a pioneer in that digital process. Before this, you would just do sequence of that because digitizing film was very expensive. Now it's every film goes through a digital intermediate, is what it's called. But Friday the 13th was one of the first films. Friday the 13th delayed release in the United States, eventually escaped onto screens and in like an uncut version, right? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't give a fuck. I don't like this movie. Fuck it.